Hey everybody, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. The first card that we have out is the Death card. Ushering in a new change. You can be in the midst of a process right now. Okay, I'm seeing Knight of Wands actually going towards the Death card, and this feels like your energy here where there's like a willingness that's associated with change. Because sometimes we have a feeling of wanting to sort of run away from the Death card if it's like, I'm not ready for that yet, I'm not ready for that yet, like I don't want to give that up yet, or I don't want to change that yet, or I'm not ready to accept that yet. This, on the other hand, is feeling like you're running towards it instead. So it's kind of like, feeling maybe like this is the top pursuit that you want to move in the direction of. You can be moving towards this and be like, I know that this is going to be some type of challenge, or that stuff is going to be different from me, or I'm going to be required to surrender. However, I'm seeing this be, Knight of Wands is when you're really motivated to do something, like you want to go after something, or you feel really, really focused on it. And also too, you may be wanting to change something. Having the Death card here means that there will be a psychological and spiritual change as well, transition. I'm feeling you be actually more interested in doing that than going towards a new opportunity. So there can be something that's presenting itself to you. I'm seeing this be your energy here, where there's a door that's opening and someone's like, hey, don't you want to go this way? And I'm seeing you actually go here instead. So instead of taking on a new chapter or going through a new door, this feels like you're going more so into the psyche space. And diving deeper. This feels like rather than adding another thing onto your plate, you're looking at what's already on there and maybe going to dissect that a bit. That's not to say you're not eventually going to want this opportunity, whatever it is, but you can feel like you have some other stuff to do right now. Maybe you feel like something feels like it's waiting or on hold even. Yeah, the way that I'm seeing this be, having you move actually towards the Death card feels like I need to take care of this thing, I need to understand it, or I need to break it down, or I need to see what's underneath there. And then once you do that, because you can feel like something's going to be incomplete until you do this, whatever it is that you need to break down. I'm seeing Three of Swords be connected with the Death card. So this can be some type of like wound, pain, suffering that is unintegrated, that you have the opportunity now to integrate. And then once you do that, you can go towards the Ace of Wands, but you can feel like I can't do that yet because I feel like I'm skipping this step otherwise. So it feels like there's sort of an order to things, how you feel like you need to be doing things here. Knight of Wands shows you having like a good attitude, where it's a willing attitude, where you feel up for this. But it can be something big that you feel you need to address. Yes. It's like, I have to deal with this, otherwise I'm going to be taking on more of maybe where this came from in the first place. Like, if you have some type of of wound or suffering or pain, something along the lines of that, something that's still not been integrated. I'm seeing you have the opportunity to go in there and to work it through in order to integrate it. If you don't do that, I'm seeing what you would be taking on is an opportunity that will just reinforce this. So it will be like piling more of that on top, because I'm seeing 3 of Swords and I'm seeing 8 of Swords. So it can be like, oh, the elephant in the room that really needs to be addressed. But it feels like if you decide like, I don't want to do that work, I don't want to have to address that, then that what you'll be moving towards, I'm seeing the devil be attached to it. So this is something where it's like, I just want this to make me feel better, but it's not taking care of the problem. So you can feel like in order to not continue taking on these situations where the devil is sort of infused with things, that even means like what you're attracted to, but from a deeper like psycho-spiritual space for you. The Death card, it feels like between the Death card and the devil, the Death card is going to be like surrender, integration, needing to face all of this stuff, because that energy of Scorpio is going to be going to a place where you want to understand things, where you want to break things down, where you don't want things to be subconsciously playing out, that then you sort of like fall victim to these circumstances because of not wanting to deal with stuff. Like the energy of Scorpio is, even if it's going to be like painful, or even if I have to face my fears, I feel like this is something that keeps showing up in other ways, and unless I deal with it, it's going to keep presenting itself, and I'm gonna be digging a hole deeper and deeper and deeper. Like having the devil come out with whatever this Ace of Wands is, it's an opportunity where if you're in a structure where this stuff is unintegrated, you're gonna take something on, and then you're going to be chained to it, and then you're going to have to liberate yourself from it. So it's like before you even sign up for doing all of that, you can actually go back a little bit here and undress whatever this is that's going on. But it can also be something that's difficult to look at. It's like if I have to actually look at this thing and deal with it, it means that I'm going to also have to look at the ways that I'm coping with it that actually aren't effective and actually aren't taking care of the problem at all. But it can be difficult to go into that space because we have to be honest with ourselves. And it can also mean too that we have to, there are some things that may be convenient right now that will potentially be sacrificing. But there can be a part of you that's like, but I don't want to have to keep doing this anymore. And you can feel like this is something that would be getting in the way of what you really want to be investing in, because you have this other stuff that's popping up. I want to get one more card. I'm seeing this happening from a place of pain. So whatever it is that would be potentially a door opening, it would be something where you can sort of escape this. Like, let me escape the psychological analysis of this. Let me keep like pretending this isn't going on, but then have these opportunities present themselves, which are like directly related to this thing that I've sort of been avoiding addressing within myself. But it can be really difficult to take a look at it because it's like the painful stuff that we've been avoiding. But you can feel like at this point, it's not allowing you to fully enjoy things. I'm seeing a Hermit and I'm seeing 2 of Pentacles. This can be you looking into what you're really giving a lot of importance to. I do see with this Ace of Wands that if you take care of this, the psycho-spiritual end of things, whatever this is that's feeling like a prominent thing right now for you, it'll feel like it's sticking out. So that's how you'll know what this is. The next door that opens in front of you isn't going to have the devil attached to it, but when we're not dealing with something, that another energy is going to keep presenting itself that will be in avoidance of that. Like if this feels like potentially one would be running away from whatever this is, running away from dealing with this. And in the running away, because you're pushing something away, it means that you're pulling another energy towards you. And I'm seeing it be the devil. And the devil is going to be like that us reaching for the light but doing so in some distorted way, and so you don't actually really get there, like you don't get to what you're looking for. And it's something that will never fully sort of complete or satisfy what you're looking to complete or satisfy here. So it'll keep you in that loop, in that cycle. So I'm seeing something like that present itself to you, where it's like, okay, if you want to avoid having to do the work, I'm going to present you with this thing that will be the opposite of doing the work, and then you can feel like you're escaping from it, and then this is going to trap you in that cycle, like that type of thing. So there can be a part of you that's like, I actually know that this is a pressing matter and I need to go in this direction and I need to address it, but there's this part of me that's feeling stuck because I have this other thing that's like more seductive that's presenting itself to me, because that's what the devil is. It's something where it's like, you can escape your problems by doing this, or like you don't have to do the work, you can just like go over here and lean into this, but then it has you like sign the deal and then you're handcuffed into that cycle. And you can be in a spot too where you're like, I feel like this impacts my ability to enjoy things, and I also feel like this impacts my ability to do things for myself as well. And that may be something that at this point you want to change. Maybe you want to become more independent, and maybe you also too want to stop investing in things that end up just hurting you further. But there can be a part of you that needs to come to terms with some things. I will say this again though, I find it like very significant that your energy as the Knight of Wands is facing towards the Death card. So there is a part of you that's like, we have to go in this direction, even though you can have so many reasons why it's going to be more difficult to go that way, why it can be the thing that you sort of need to get on the same page with. It can feel like it's the opposite of like the fun direction to go in here, but you can feel like, if I don't address this thing, I'm gonna keep ending up in this cycle again and again and again. Like it's gonna keep presenting itself in new ways, and it's always going to be about escaping from this thing that's sticking out that I need to deal with. There's something deep about acceptance that has not yet been integrated. I'm seeing that be a big piece of this. Coming to full terms with something. There can be a part of you too that's like, well, what if I try to integrate this and it doesn't get better? I'm seeing the shadow and I'm seeing 5 of Pentacles. So this is like shadow thoughts that will come in and be like, this is a hopeless situation. You can't get out of it anyway, so you might as well not try, like those types of things. Or what if you put in all your effort to try to work on this or fix it and you end up failing? You know, it can be that type of stuff. Or you don't have the right support, or you know what, you're just in a situation that no matter what you do, it's not going to work. Or if you had those circumstances over there, maybe this would work, but because you're in those circumstances, you might as well not try, you know, because it's just like too difficult and you won't be able to. You can have things like that are going on, but I'm seeing it just come from a place of do we want to say ignorance within you? Because it's the 7 of Swords, it can be a part of you that's like the shadow sort of coming up, but it also leaves you room to be challenging these thoughts too. That may be part of a belief system that's also holding you back right now. A short reading, but a heavy one. So I'm seeing you be encouraged to go in the direction of something that you may be wanting to avoid a little bit, because you know it's going to be painful, but at the same time you know that you have to go this way and go to the center of it in order to integrate this and then not have to deal with this anymore, because it's not going to be a thing anymore. But it feels like the avoidance of this is what's been perpetuating it. And then what coincides with this is not just the perpetuation of this, but then also the influx of opportunities that come in that are tied directly to this archetypal cycle for you of avoiding this very thing. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.